Hi guys, it's Carlos and
Ricky
here at Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and today we are doing Ask the Trainer show with one of my clients. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Ricky. Ricky's been with me for a while now, as you guys see him on Instagram and basically YouTube videos. Ricky now is obviously stopped his walking up stage. He's basically dieted down for the competition and a photo shoot. So you'll see more of Ricky anyway. But today I walked into the gym, as I do sporadically. Sometimes I think, you know what, I'm going to do a video this morning. I feel inspired, and I think instead of me actually come up with a topic, when I say we as a little team come up, you know what, we're going to ask some questions, either to me or to Rick. I might ask him some questions because he doesn't know this, but he's going to ask me 3 questions, I think, and basically I'm going to try to answer them to the best of my ability. As I always say, I may come across as if I'm like guns blazing, but I'm a very down-to-earth guy. I love learning with you guys too. I don't want to come across as if I'm some sort of guru and I know it all. I don't. So I'm learning with you guys too. So please take that approach. All I'm going to do is try to answer the questions to the best of my ability, but I'll try to make the video as compact and as condensed and as specific as I can to you guys. Okay, so let's see.
As you know, as Carlos just said, obviously I'm stripping down now, so what I'd like to ask Carlos, so you can, guys and girls who are watching the video can understand, is the difference between fasted cardio in the morning as soon as you wake up, or fueled cardio later on in the day. Which benefits for if you're trying to lose weight or you're just trying to get fit?
Okay.
Or fitter.
Sure. Obviously, great question there, because a lot of people do not understand this. Now, fasted cardio. Okay. Now, if you're fasting, it means obviously you've probably been asleep, or for the guys that work nights, obviously it doesn't matter. Obviously you're awake anyway. But if you kind of like go for a fasting long period of time without any food, your glycogen levels drop. Okay. What I mean by that is your energy systems drop. So what happens is this: your body, when it wakes up, okay, is starving for calories. Calories to survive. Because don't forget, your body doesn't want to know whether you want to look amazing next morning or your body's there to survive. So what happens is this: as your glycogen stores drop, your body's got a massive enhancement of grabbing into fat stores, okay, if you do aerobic exercise. Now, I've listened to Ricky very carefully. We said cardio, okay? Now, there's a fine line between cardio, okay, and fat burning. Now, you see a lot of people running, okay? Now, if you run a lot, yes, it's an aerobic exercise, but it breaks down a lot of glycogen levels and breaks down a lot of muscle too. So if you start running a lot and working more than 60% of your maximum heart rate, what it does is it gets you fitter, but not necessarily burning a lot of body fat. So working on fasted cardio, which is I do and I advise my clients to do when they're trying to obviously burn body fat, not so much losing loads amount of weight, because then you're going to lose a lot of muscle too. It's very, very important for you to do, say, power walking, which I advise you guys to do. I do cross trainer, which I advise the guys to do. You can even do bike if you like, for the guys that prefer bike, or power walking outside, which is I do every morning. That burns body fats. Now, if you start running a lot on a deficient calorie intake, on fasted cardio, don't take me wrong, there's a lot of guys out there that will probably tell you, yeah, I do that every morning and I'm burning loads of fat. That's what they think. However, depends on your type of body. Obviously, as you guys know, I've done a video about this: ectomorphs, mesomorphs, and endomorphs. If you've had a natural ectomorph, which is a natural slim guy, you start running on empty stomach, you're going to burn shitloads of weight. And shitloads of weight means shitloads of muscle too. So you've got to be careful with that. Mesomorphs can get away with it a little bit more, but I definitely advise you to do a bit of a mixture. If you're an endomorph, power walking is the best in order to burn body fat. So to answer that question accurately, definitely burn body fat, healthier walking, power walking, bike, cross trainer, and loads of there's loads of different sort of aerobic exercises. I mean, you can do row as well. Loads of them out there. You can even do, if you like to do, a lot of guys do some HIIT training where they do a lot of star jumps and do some power walk or power sprints, and then they return back and do a little more star jumps. There's loads of aerobic exercise, even skipping. That's why I see a lot of boxers doing it. It actually gets their rhythm going, it makes them burn body fat, and also makes them get a bit fitter. But there's a fine line between cardio and fat burning. Definitely fat burning. Now, if you do fuel cardio, if you want to call it, there's a benefit and there's, if you like, a contradiction there, because what happens is if you do Fuel cardio, okay, your body goes into the glycogen level. So let's say if I've worked all day and I've lost loads of food, I'm gonna, an hour cardio as an instance, my body gonna tap into my glycogen levels, which means carbohydrates. So it's not gonna tap into my fat straight away. Don't take me wrong, I'm gonna start burning obviously calories, and my calories will go into my triglycerides, which is fat stored. I hope I'm not confusing you here. Triglycerides are basically fat stored. Imagine like a warehouse stored loads of things, and the loads of things is the fat. So it goes into your fat and starts actually burning the body fat. However, no one can actually prove this really in terms of like 100% accurate. But if you do fasted cardio, science says they burn way more fat. And I've done it many, many times, and I know it burns way more fat, but the percentage of fat in muscle is very hard to distinguish. I mean, you might speak to some PTs and they'll say, oh, they'll burn 80% of fat and 20% muscle. Probably they're talking out of their ass, because there's not really, I'm not gonna tell you it's 80%, I'll be bullshitting to you, but science states that you burn a lot more fat ratio to muscle ratio if you do fasted cardio. If you just do aerobic exercise, basically keeping to the 60% of maximum rate. If you do fuel cardio, you burn a lot more glycogen levels than actually fat. Does that make sense? Meaning you burn a lot more calories, not necessarily fat, but you burn also glycogen levels, which is sometimes you can be burning a lot of calories for the sake of calories, but not actually fat itself. But you are burning fat as well, put it that way. So I'm not talking about you're not going to burn fat, but you got to burn a certain percentage, okay? So this is kind of, I'd love to probably do another video about it, because it's a bit of a debate, not even amongst top professionals. I mean, I was talking about this with a couple of my bodybuilder clients the other day, and some of them were saying, listen, I'm losing too much muscle when I do cardio fueled, I'm losing too much muscle when I do fasted cardio. And sometimes, I always say this to you guys, it's a kind of worms, because it depends on your calorie intake, it depends on your body composition, it depends on your genetics as well. So I wouldn't say one size fits all, but in general, I would say fasted cardio working best. That's why it works for me, it works for my clients, obviously, because we've done it many times, so it works. So I hope that answers it. Sorry, I do go on a bit, do you know what I mean? Anyway, cool.
It's a good answer really, isn't it? So people can try it, see which one works for them, like you said.
What's worked for you?
It's a fasted cardio, which
it's worked for Ricky anyway, so he knows what I mean by that.
That's it, yeah. I think you have to decide what fits, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you wear it, sort of thing, so you can decide.
For sure.
So another question is the importance of warming up and stretching when you finish, because you see loads of people walk into the gym, do a few little, and then they start straight away, and then they just leave.
True.
So as people are getting older, like the guy yesterday, what couldn't really get his chest.
Mobility,
Is that down to just coming in and training and not stretching, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really, believe it or not, this is probably a question that like guys that are very advanced thinking, what the fuck, you know? And it's true. I mean, if you see top professionals, they always spend 10 minutes warming up. No matter who they are, you look at top bodybuilders, they won't go straight to the bench press and start doing it. They'll do like a mimic of lots of different exercises. They'll probably do chest, they'll do some press ups, they'll do some rotator cuff movements, they'll do some lateral raises just to get the joints really lubricated. As you guys know, when you start warming up, you're releasing a powerful liquid around your joints, which is basically between your joints that lubricate. It's called synovial liquid, and what it does actually lubricates kind of the whole joint and basically gets you more mobile. If you get straight into the weights, you ain't gonna activate those myofibrils, and you ain't gonna activate those fast twitch and slow twitch, intermediate twitch fibers properly. So there's no point in doing it. So it's saving yourself 10 minutes is gonna maybe save you a long time off work and off training if you get injured. So there's no point in doing it. So make sure you do a good warm up. I'm not talking about an hour warm up, I'm talking about 10-15 minutes warm up. And cool down as well is very important. I'll give you an example. That happens to me as well. As you guys know, sometimes obviously between clients I'll do some sessions, sometimes some of my clients and some of my training partners, and sometimes I'm rushing around to kind of like meet criteria and training very fast and stuff like that. And I always hate when I can't cool down, where I literally finish my session and literally gonna rush to a client, and sometimes next morning I do feel it, I've got to say it to you, but I'd love to have time to probably sometimes cool down properly, but if I haven't, I can feel it next morning. So that's a perfect proof. Perfect proof that what you're saying is very correct. what I tend to do sometimes, minimize my workout time and maximize my warm-up and cool down. And that I've noticed a big difference. I'll give you an example. I've been nursing back injury that I've had for a few years, really. You know, I was lifting too much weight, and you know, sometimes the ego kicks in, and I was probably wrongly I lifted more weight than I should, and I got hurt on one of my vertebrae, and basically what it done, I've been nurturing the injury. It's all right now, but sometimes if I don't cool down properly, I feel it. And the last couple of weeks I've been feeling it because I haven't been cooling down properly. So I'm gonna definitely take your advice and start cooling down a little bit more. As you see, although I've been in the game for a long time, I still make loads of mistakes, and I tell you the mistakes I make in order to become obviously my greatest version. So that's that. Don't forget, warm up and cool down.
Last question, not to blow your own trumpet, but obviously the people out there what are thinking, shall I get a personal trainer? Is it worth it? You know, I know the benefits over the last year and a half, is it? So,
yeah.
You tell them what you feel the benefits are.
Well, please, I've been in the game for a very long time. Okay, now it'll be very, very, very unprofessional for me to say, yes, come and see me, I'm the best. And I, like a lot of PTs say, I'm the best, and who the fuck are those guys there that don't know fucking shit? Look, there's good and bad everywhere. Okay, I know some really good PTs, fantastic PTs. I know some really fucking bad ones too. Let me tell you. I've been in the game as well as I've recruited loads of PTs. I've worked for a training provider. I've worked for a big fitness organization, several of them actually, and I've recruited. I've been on the other side of the story when it's like recruiting, training guys to become personal trainers. Look, there's some bad ones out there, but there's some really good ones as well. Now, to answer that question correctly is like that. If you've got a good coach, and I always say this to my clients, I'm not just a personal trainer, I'm a coach, I'm an NLP, I'm a psychologist. So I'm not saying that you guys come to me because I'm a psychologist, but it's a whole package. Now, you can ask any of my clients. I always say this every time I meet them, right? There's no point you coming to see me if you think you're just coming to pay me money, because I don't want your money. I really don't. What I want is, I want your results. What I mean by that is, I give you something, and in return, of course, I've got to make a living, but I will make sure you get the results before you pay me. And what I mean by that is, obviously, Ricky's here and not just say to play bound trumpet. I always say this to my clients, and I'm a coach. I make sure people get the results they came to me for. There's no point people coming to me and just do a couple exercises and get them all pumped up and go, right, okay, I'm a personal trainer, there you go, let's give me my money, see you later. I don't want that. I want people in a year, 2 years time, whatever, even a lifetime, in terms of like being a friendship as well. I say, listen, that motherfucker really helped me to get where I want to be. Do you know what I mean? And that's, I'm not saying I know it all, but it's a journey. And if you speak to any guy that worked with me, they cannot say that they haven't made their training and their fitness lifestyle better. There's no two ways about it. So that in itself measures what a coach and a personal trainer should be. But there is some horror stories out there as well. Because in this industry now, there's too many guys, and the guys that are professional will probably obviously see this every day. And obviously I've got a lot of friends of mine that are PTs as well, when sometimes we talk, there's some serious Mickey Mouses out there, and they promise people the world, but they don't understand what they're doing. So they're never gonna, can promise whatever they fucking like, and they charge some crazy money too. So I believe in myself, and I believe in the results, and in exchange is the 50-50. So it's a relationship. I give him something, you give him something back. But what I actually get more from anything is when people say, you know what, without you, I wouldn't be where I am. That to me is more than anything. And I don't say this, oh, for you two guys, oh, it's so sweet. I don't want sweetness. What I say is I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about coaching people. I'm passionate about seeing results. And Ricky probably knows, sometimes I want to kill them because it's like, it's really pushing themselves to the max. And to have someone to do that every single week and getting coaching, really get the knowledge that I've got, it's priceless. I would say it's priceless. I would say that to have someone that, because that's your goal. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you see people in the gym, and obviously Ricky sees it, I see it. Some guys haven't got a clue. Just honest, serious. You guys out there that are more experienced in gyms, you see people in the gyms, they haven't got a fucking clue. Honestly, they'll be there years and years. Have you noticed? You've seen guys that join the gym for 5, 6, 7 years and look the same. What the fuck? Okay? Now, if you join the gym for 7 years and you want to pull muscle and say you look the same, there's something fucking seriously wrong. If you join the gym and you want to get fitter and you're not fitter within 7 years, fuck me, there's some serious wrong thing that you're doing. Okay? I mean, I'd ask the question, like, I'll give you an example. I went to try to play the piano, right? And I began to play the piano. By the third month, if I wasn't playing the piano better than I did on the first month, I'd fucking get my fucking money back. I said to my piano teacher, listen, 3 months time, I'm going to be way better. Now, believe it or not, I'm not saying I'm like an amazing pianist, but I can play the piano now. But if I was playing the fucking piano within 3 months, I'd be thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm paying you fucking £40 an hour, so do you know what I mean? And that's what I want my clients to do. If they don't fucking get results, knock on my door, Carlos, what the fuck are you doing? And that's what I want, because that way it puts me not under pressure, but puts me in the right track. So I'm developing too. Because I don't want people to come and see me without any results. Fuck that. Excuse my language. Because I don't want that. I want people to get results. And that's what I want to. I'm being real with you now. I'm not just acting and saying, Ricky is here, he knows. I'm being real. I mean this. I love the job I do with a passion. And I won't do nothing else, put it that way. I love the job. Being a coach, for me, is the best job. It's the best job because you're helping people, and that's what I came here for. But anyway, I'm going off on one now. So, Ricky, over to you. What do you think? Did I answer the question?
Yeah, like, well, I would say if you're really on that fence of whether you want one or whether you don't own a personal trainer, then I would definitely get one. You know, look at them, see how they train someone else, you know, observe them a while, and if they're really beasting their client and getting results, then go with that person, you know. I've been using the gym, and I was one of them before where, excuse me, where you're training, you think, I'm not getting anywhere, you might lose a few pounds here and there,
yeah.
But being with Carlos, you know, a normal bench press, you can turn that normal bench press and tweak it into something else where it's hitting different muscle fibers, isn't it? So, and you think, well, I mean, and you remember this, so you are paying to get trained, but you're also paying for knowledge, and that knowledge always stays with you. You know, when you're struggling to do your 1 or 2, and you think, oh no, I'll just drop the weight. Even when I train by myself now, I find that I can push another 2 or 3 out.
Yeah.
It's pure mentally. I don't know what it is, but before I would have just stopped.
Yeah.
And I think that's
it's a mindset. It's also a mindset
it?
as well. Yeah.
So,
you set the mindset to be better. Set some boundaries, but it's great. But any further questions?
No, that's it.
That's cool, guys. So here we are. You know where to find me on Carlos Trainer 10 on Instagram, on my website ultimatefitnesstraining.co.uk, and also on YouTube. We've got over 600 videos, I think we've got now. And basically, don't take me wrong, some of the videos are being crazy. Some videos about psychology training, coaching, diet, and also obviously I love to get. I got a couple emails the other day about some specific stuff. I'm going to start doing a lot of specific scientific sort of videos as well. But sometimes if you go too scientific, people think bored off. You know, I don't listen to these all sort of quirky sort of words. So that's why sometimes I keep it real, because it's people are real. So I love to be real. So anyway, with all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Have a good day. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.